In 1980, the average American home cost approximately $4,720. The average American salary in 1980 was approximately $12,500. That means the average home cost approximately 3.7 times the average annual salary. In 2026, the average American home costs approximately $42,000. The average American salary in 2026 is approximately $59,000. That means the average home now costs approximately 7.1 times the average annual salary. That ratio has almost doubled in just 46 years. But here is the number that makes this truly devastating for young people specifically. In 1980, a first-time homebuyer needed approximately 3 years of saving to afford a down payment. In 2026, a first-time homebuyer needs approximately 12 years of saving to afford the same down payment on the same type of home, in the same type of neighborhood, at the same stage of their life. Today we are going to show you exactly why this happened, who made it happen, and who is making billions of dollars from the exact financial trap that is keeping an entire generation of young people permanently locked out of homeownership. In 1970, the homeownership rate among Americans under 35 was approximately 41.2%. By 2004, it had reached its all-time peak of approximately 43.6% among young Americans. But since 2004, it has been falling consistently and dramatically. By 2023, the homeownership rate among Americans under 35 had fallen to approximately 38.5%, still significantly below the levels of previous generations at the same age. In the United Kingdom, homeownership among 25 to 34-year-olds fell from approximately 67% in 1991 to just 38% in 2023. In Australia, homeownership among under 40s fell from approximately 61% in 1981 to approximately 45% in 2023. This is not a uniquely American problem. It is happening simultaneously across every major developed economy in the world. And it is getting worse every single year. The monthly mortgage payment on the average American home in January 2020 was approximately $1,400. By January 2024, the monthly mortgage payment on the same average American home had risen to approximately $2,800. That is a 100% increase in monthly housing costs in just 4 years. Home prices rose by approximately 47% between 2020 and 2023, according to the S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller Index. And mortgage rates rose from approximately 2.65% in January 2021 to approximately 7.79% in October 2023, the highest level in over 23 years. The combined effect of rising prices and rising mortgage rates created the worst housing affordability crisis in recorded American history. According to the National Association of Realtors, the Housing Affordability Index fell to its lowest level ever recorded in 2023, lower than during the 2008 housing bubble, lower than during any previous period in the entire history of American homeownership data. The median household income needed to afford the median-priced American home in 2023 was approximately $107,000, but the actual median American household income in 2023 was approximately $74580, meaning the average American household earns approximately $3,220 less per year than they need to afford the average American home. That gap has never been wider in recorded history. There is another devastating force simultaneously crushing young people's ability to buy homes, and it is one that did not exist to anywhere near the same degree for previous generations. Student loan debt. Total American student loan debt reached approximately $1.77 trillion in 2023. The average student loan debt for a bachelor's degree graduate in 2023 was approximately $37574. The average monthly student loan payment is approximately $393. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, every $1,000 of student loan debt reduces the probability of home ownership by approximately 1 to 2 percentage points, meaning a graduate with the average student loan debt of $37,574 is approximately 37 to 75 percentage points less likely to own a home than an equivalent graduate with no student debt. According to the National Association of Realtors, approximately 51% of non-homeowning millennials cite student loan debt as the primary reason they have not been able to buy a home, more than half of an entire generation. Blocked from homeownership. Not by bad financial decisions, but by a student debt system that extracted tens of thousands of dollars from them before their financial lives even properly began. Now here is the section of this video that most financial channels will never honestly show you. Because while an entire generation of young people is being locked out of homeownership, a very specific and very powerful group of financial players is making extraordinary amounts of money from the exact same conditions. In 2021, institutional investors purchased approximately 28% of all single-family homes sold in the United States. In Atlanta, institutional investors purchased approximately 44% of all single-family homes in the fourth quarter of 2021. In Phoenix, they purchased approximately 38%. In Charlotte, they purchased approximately 32%. The largest institutional buyer of single-family homes in America is a company called Invitation Homes, which owns approximately 8,000 single-family rental homes across the United States. Invitation Homes reported total revenues of approximately $2.3 billion in 2023, up approximately 7.5% year-on-year. Another major institutional buyer is American Homes 4 Rent, which owns approximately 59,000 single-family rental homes and reported total revenues of approximately $1.5 billion in 2023. Blackstone, the world's largest alternative asset management company, has invested over $100 billion in real estate and reported real estate segment revenues of approximately $7.9 billion in 2023. While young people are being locked out, institutional investors are quietly buying up the homes they cannot afford and renting them back at ever-increasing prices. The consequence of young people being locked out of homeownership and institutional investors buying up available housing supply is entirely predictable. More people renting. For longer periods of their lives, at higher prices than any previous generation in modern history. The median American rent reached approximately $2,039 per month in 2023, up approximately 26% since 2019. The average American renter now spends approximately 30 to 40% of their gross income on rent. In New York City, the median rent reached approximately $3,500 per month in 2023. In San Francisco, it reached approximately $3,200 per month. In Boston, it reached approximately $2,900 per month. And here is the devastating long-term financial consequence of renting instead of owning. A homeowner who bought the average American home in 2000 for approximately $11,600 and sold it in 2023 for approximately $42,000 made approximately $3,400 in home equity over 23 years. A renter who paid approximately $1,000 per month in rent over the same 23-year period paid approximately $276,000 in rent and accumulated exactly $0 in housing equity. The financial difference between owning and renting over a 23-year period in America is approximately $5,764,100. And the young people being systematically locked out of home ownership will never accumulate that equity, while the institutional investors who bought those homes instead will. This housing affordability crisis is not unique to America. In the United Kingdom, average house prices reached approximately £285,000 in 2023, up approximately 65% over the previous decade. The average London house price reached approximately £5,000 to £4,000 in 2023. requiring a deposit of approximately 5 to 2,400 pounds, representing approximately 14 months of the entire gross salary of the average London worker. In Australia, average house prices in Sydney reached approximately 1.1 million Australian dollars in 2023. In Canada, the average home price reached approximately 716,000 Canadian dollars in 2023, up approximately 50% over the previous 5 years. In Germany, home prices rose by approximately 60% between 2015 and 2022. The housing affordability crisis is a global phenomenon, driven by the same combination of forces in every country simultaneously: low interest rates that inflated asset prices, insufficient housing supply, institutional investor demand, and a student debt burden that uniquely disadvantages young buyers compared to every previous generation. So what can any young person do right now? Do not stretch your finances dangerously thin to buy a home simply because you feel social pressure to own rather than rent. Focus first on building a strong investment portfolio through consistent monthly contributions to broad market index funds. The S&P 500 has historically returned approximately 10% annually. Consider geographic flexibility as one of the most powerful financial tools available to young people right now. A home that costs $42,000 in a major metropolitan area may cost $18,000 to $22,000 in a smaller but still economically vibrant market. Build your credit score aggressively in the years before you plan to buy. The difference between a 620 credit score mortgage rate and a 760 credit score mortgage rate on a $3,000 home over 30 years can represent a difference of over $8,000 in total interest payments. In 1980, a 30-year-old American with the average salary needed approximately 3 years of saving to afford a down payment on the average home. In 2026, a 30-year-old American with the average salary needs approximately 12 years of saving to afford the same down payment on the same type of home at the same stage of their life. That is not a housing market problem. That is a generational wealth transfer from young people who cannot afford to buy to institutional investors and existing homeowners who already own. And it is happening right now at a speed and a scale that no previous generation of young people has ever had to navigate. The data has already told us everything we need to know about why this is happening and who is benefiting from it. The only question that remains is what every young person watching this video is going to do with that information.